Greetings to you all. So today's lesson will be about Anthropocene and climate change. We'll ask the question about how does human activity affect the environment? Compiled by Nyeti S. and Madondo J.M., University of Johannesburg students in Urban and Regional Planning. So let us look at the geological timescale. So the geological timescale is divided into different eras, and it is believed that the Earth was formed 4.6 million years ago. On the Paleozoic, we have the Archean until the Permian. And then we also have the Mesozoic era, which is the Triassic, the Jurassic, which is the period where it is believed that dinosaurs went extinct. And then we have the Cretaceous. And then we have the Cenozoic era, which it is compiled of Paleocene, Eoy, Oligocene, Miocene, Pliocene, Pleistocene, and the Holocene. The Holocene is defined as the period of stable climate in the aftermath of receding glaciation. In other words, the global conditions that have allowed humanity to flourish. However, now we have the Anthropocene, which is the opposite of Holocene because there's no stable climate. So the Anthropocene is the geological timescale whereby humans have a great impact on the environment. Let us look at the next slide. The word anthropos is derived from a Greek meaning, which means human. Anthropogenic activities have caused drastic environmental change. The Earth is now moving out of its Holocene epoch which means era, and it leads to climate change. Climate change is defined as the change in the normal weather patterns. Human activity is largely responsible for making humankind a global geological force in its own right. So, what are the possible causes? Number one, we have the Great Acceleration. The Great Acceleration is characterized of the increasing human population or urbanization, which means there are more birth rates than death rates, which leads to more demand of resources, obviously, and infrastructure, such as land, water, capital, electricity, and sanitation. It also leads to uncontrolled migration and rapid urban growth, which is associated with urban poverty and inequality rises in slum and squatter populations, resulting in informal settlements and increasing population. As you can see, the background shows a picture of Durban in December. It shows that it is very overpopulated by humans. So the next slide also shows nitrogen cycle distortion. This one relates to food insecurity, characterized by fossil fuel combustion, the use of inorganic fertilizers, which messes up with the nitrogen cycle on the soil, and then it leads to acid rain. What is food insecurity? Food insecurity refers to food scarcity, the not knowing what you're going to eat today, and then it is characterized by mild, moderate, and severe. Mild is worrying about the ability to obtain food. Moderate, comprising quality and variety of food, and then it's also characterized by reducing quantities or skipping meals so as to save food for tomorrow. And then we'll also have severe food insecurity, experiencing hunger, which happens in other African countries. Another cause is the intensive land use by humans. So what do you see? From the first picture, the one titled Interactive Landscape, the land used by humans in the 1500s was not severe as it is right now. As you can see, Asian, European countries, and then it was also Africa leading. But then from the 1750s, the trend was changing because land was being used more. The red shows land use. And then in the 2000s, the 21st century, the land is being used intensively. Another cause is industrialization. It could be from the first industrial revolution, and now we're on the fourth industrial revolution. So the crucial roles is fossil fuels. As we all know that urban planning emerged as a result of the fourth industrial revolution in European countries. So we also talk about the 19th century in Britain, where coal was the leader of industrialization, and the 20th century where oil was the leader of industrialization in America. But also, coal mines also happen in South Africa. We have them in Emalahleni Witbank in Mpumalanga. So industrialization has diverse uses. It could be industry, power generation, transport, domestic heating. They impact the fossil energy. It enables transportation infrastructure such as railroads, motorways with different consequences. It also enables urban concentration, but also fragmentation such as urban sprawl and such. Example could also include the 1945 post-suburb. Environmental degradation shifts from local or regional, such as coal, to global. Global wars and conflict. Deadliest wars in history, we have the Revolutionary War and World War. As you can see from the picture, it shows a picture of bombs, of nuclear bombs, which have complex effects on the environment. The technological hothouse during conflict, but more crucially sets up post-conflict economical spin-over. So we have military activities that produce extensive amounts of greenhouse gases that contribute to anthropogenic climate change, pollution, and they cause resource depletion, such as nuclear bombs. They pollute the air, causing air pollution. They also pollute the land, whereby the land will not be fertile. It also causes land pollution as well. So now we are on the conclusion. So what we learned today is that Anthropocene is the culmination of processes covered with different causes. This includes economic integration, global exchange, industrialization, urbanization, environmental impact, global conflict, and revolutionary transformation. Complexity of contingency and human choice is vast. So history provides insights to how and why these crises have taken their present shape. So what is the future of our broken world? Is it too late to save the earth? Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed. So it is up to us whether we save the earth, because the earth is the only habitable planet that we know. Thank you.